Like, would it be an actual rotation where you would have all of like the physical items together in one sophomore roommates or something? Because a lot of people that like if you're not in Greek life or something, you're just living on campus. I don't know.
You have like a list of suggested questions and ask around.
I wouldn't say it'd be like actually like dating, but like just like finding friends or the roommates. So not actually dating. And then the why would just be like connecting people.
Just like the roommate thing, I think like housing comes out kind of so like they're being in March, like next month, so like there would be no.
That's true.
Yeah, but like I would imagine it'd have to be like a physical thing because they already have that like TCU marketplace,
Yeah.
right? So we get emails at 12:43 every week, and
Anyone else have any Kelsey? Hey y'all, I hope you guys had a good week. So before you guys freak out about this list, notice it is filtered by nose, so there are yeses, just not shown, I promise. So we're gonna start with the nose, kind of go through some of the reasoning, why it's a no, and if you guys don't like our answer, Brad and Kelsey are also willing to back us up with some of the no's. But I promise, like, you guys have a lot of projects left on the yeses and maybes, and we'll get to those as soon as we get to speaks. So, should we start?
Yeah.
All right, monitors in residence halls. No, the cost is too high. Some of them already have monitors. Food composting, that's one that is kind of just a big beast to tackle, and Frog Gates is not going to be the beast that's going to finally take down that giant, I don't know, process, I guess. And Sodexo's already donating a lot of food. We have a thing in the blue that already donates a lot of food at the end. But if you're interested in this, there's like an environmentalism club on campus, and I would highly recommend you join it. Getting people to spend extra campus cash, Frog Bucks, there are already systems in place for this, and that'd be just kind of a hard project to like really brand as Frog Aids. Sending postcards to incoming students to contact someone in your major. We tried to do something similar to this our freshman year. It got shot down real hard by admissions. Not worth it. Pet frog for dorms is no. Fire run is also a no. Lantern release in the stadium, that's liability. We just can't.
Yeah, we tried that with ours. It was really
You guys
complicated.
do balloons instead.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us.
Yeah. Have more blue late night stuff. Join the dining committee if you're interested in this.
Blue is hard to mess with as well. It's kind of like admissions, they want to stay by themselves.
But Jack Leonard is in charge of the dining committee, and he is always passionate about people joining it. And if you are passionate about this blue, like he will have you come any week. Blue cooking classes. Do you want to know how they make the grilled chicken? No, said. Safe places for the study area. We like the de-stress idea. It's just more finding like a reserved space for this. Like there's not space on campus for this that we can really like permanently designate for this. So that was just too hard. Goat yoga. That one's just more of, you can have that potentially part of some other project that you guys do, but that alone isn't a project. And if you want to do that, join the crew.
Yeah, the crew puts on stuff like that all the time, and Kelsey would be happy to talk to Neil about that, but if, like, either we could integrate that with another project, or, yeah, it would be great for that.
All right, and then the camera of what food is currently out on campus, we don't have enough money for that. The goat yoga and the 5K.
What?
Do you really want to, like, do yoga and run a 5K with the smell of the goats? Like, that's just...
And if you're going to get enough people for a 5K, you think you're going to be able to get enough goats for yoga? All the people running the 5K?
Is it like 1-to-1 ratio?
Not even 1-to-1. Like, there's not enough goats that we have access to that know how to do yoga.
All right, and then professor-student breakfast. A lot of departments already do this. I know honors for sure does this. And people just aren't willing to wake up at 8 a.m. to go have lunch or breakfast with their professors.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, but it's just once you actually get down to the nitty gritty of that, because small groups and try stuff like that, that's just hard. It's just,
Yeah. Promotional TCU video. TCU has a really, really large budget and a lot of professional videographers who are already making videos. They're not going to take our freshman video. So
Even
like,
though you'll make a great one.
yes,
I mean,
yeah. Rodeo to TCU, liability of snow. That was, yeah. The big book fair in the blue, we can't just do giveaways. That was the problem with that, and the why behind it was kind of, I don't know, we couldn't really like get the big sense of what the why was. There's that. Film a TCU Frogates commercial. No.
that'd be a really cool small group project, but just like for a big project, how would we get 36 of y'all to all work on putting like a promotional video for Frogates together? Do you know what I'm saying? If you actually think that out, walk down the path a little further, it's harder than it seems.
Yeah, this is the same thing. Lift scooters on campus, we went over this last week. Board of Trustees is just not gonna let it happen. The app to show available parking spots, we don't have software developers, also budget is a
Really,
problem.
really expensive.
Cameras on the library is the same thing, budget. More Froggy 5.0s, go work for them, but
I
that's
remember
not.
Stevie said
yeah.
they have enough carts anyways, but.
Yeah. Screens for like the windows and the dorms, that's not our jurisdiction. Like we can't go and make them do that. The frog costumes for the games, TCU approval would just be really hard for that because anything like shown on TV or like trying to brand as TCU has to be approved by TCU. And
It's like any costume they would approve
Yeah.
for us to like create and rent out would be really expensive, most likely. Like it'd look like Super Pro or something.
And then bring high school students to see TCU. It's a lot easier to go to high schools than to bring them here. And so it's just really hard to like work with the schools and let them get out during a school day, and especially like underprivileged schools, those kids aren't gonna like voluntarily get over here, and so providing all that transportation and like a lot of them take like their school bus home, it's just really hard to convince them to like stay and come here. But there are a lot of like organizations on campus that do stuff like that. So if you're interested in doing that, like please come talk to us and we can give you recommendations. And then they have
I know that's one thing Rose and I were just like, we gotta do this. Like, it's fun.
They all have the same build,
It's so fun.
Okay, I love going through like all the stories, like